Hi guys, welcome back to the channel, another video on series about salvage, and we're going to do the follow up now to the Jeep Patriot. And if you remember at the end of the last video I mentioned I'd taken it briefly just to a garage and they suggested it's more likely to be the input shaft bearing. It was right at the end of the last video on this vehicle. If you turned off early you wouldn't have seen it, so I'll just remind you. I thought it was the release bearing, they reckon it's input shaft bearing, and after doing some more Google research it's more likely it's the input shaft bearing, the way that the noise is. Now, there is an easy way to get to these bearings, but I am told they're an absolute pain in the arse to get out without taking the gearbox out. So the bearing is behind the cover, just behind the passenger wheel. I'll show it you. So we're going to whip that cover off. We're going to look at the condition of the bearing, and then I'm going to have to probably buy a tool to remove them. So probably do this over a few days, but we'll crack on with it today. And I'll just show you now quickly the cover where the bearing is behind. So behind the wheel, just below the splash guard, see that cover there? Now behind there is your input and your output shaft. The input shaft bearing is the one we think is the problem. So all we're going to do is we're going to jack the car up, get the wheel off, take the splash guard out. In fact, you can't. We won't need to take the splash guard out. You should look at it, I'll tell you. We're going to take the cover off and we're going to have a look at that bearing. So the first mission is to try and find lucky wheel nut key, because I haven't seen it in there. So I'll have a look for that key and then I will whack you on a bit of time lapse and we'll get the wheel off. Alright, it looks like it's had very recent discs and pads on. There's no lip. So that's our little cover. So 2, 4, 6, 8, 9. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah, 9. 9 13mm nuts. Weird. So I don't know if oil's going to come out of here. I don't think it will. But anyway, let's get it off and have a look. So it would appear there's gearbox oil at this end, unless seal's gone or something. I don't know. I don't know anything about gearboxes. So yes, I've made a massive mess. I'm trying to, you know, not get this all over my van. But yeah, it is what it is. Try to drain this in a controlled manner, try and catch it all, dispose of it properly, and then we can whip this cover off. But yeah, I was a bit concerned undoing the bolts at the top that we were going to hit the chassis leg, but they did come out, so that's good. I'll carry on draining this and then we'll come back to it and get this cover off. Okay, we've got it off, and there are our bearings. Now if you look right at the bottom there, see it looks like metal shavings. See with my finger? Metal shavings. So I'd suggest we are right then, maybe. That is the issue, that bearing. Obviously there's no way of telling just by looking at it. But yeah, look at all that metal shavings there. You see it all now. So that bearing seems to be knackered in my eyes. Alright, so plan of action. So we're going to have to take this one out. I'm going to take them both out and replace them both. So the YouTube video I watched is he smashed out this little plastic, you know, sleeve, and then he got you know, there's some gaps in between the ball bearings. He got like a bearing removal tool hooked in, and then it kind of winds against the spline and pulls it. Gonna take that clip off first. So that's going to be the plan, but I'll get the new bearings first and some oil and we'll do this job ourselves and see how we get on. I think this has been done before, because this isn't factory sealant, I don't think. I think it's been resealed, this cover, so I reckon it's had one before. But like I said, it is a common problem on these apparently. But at 49,000 miles, there is, you know, stories of it happening after like 25,000. But I don't know, this might be factory sealant, I don't know, you know what I mean, I don't know. But we'll get them replaced, and like I said, it might be a it might be a better deal than I thought actually. It's easier doing a pair of bearings than dropping the gearbox, because the labour rate on the gearbox would be the killer. So I'll get these bearings and then we'll resume. It isn't going to be today, is it? I'm not going to get these today. We'll resume another day. Right, and we are back. And what a gorgeous day. What a gorgeous day. Right, so we've got our new bearings. Here they are. So I had to order these from Greece. It was Greece or America. I got them from Greece. Genuine Mopar bearings. £115 for the two. Not cheap by any means, but they are the bearings that we need to go in there. Perfect. So I also got us the bearing puller. Now I saw the guy who did this on the YouTube channel, this is the one he used, and you have to get a really small one, so I thought I'll just order the exact same one so I know for definite it's going to work. The beauty with this one is it hooks on the inside. You can slide the arms off, spin them round, and have the hooks on the outside. So that gives me the choice of either grabbing on the inner race with them folding inwards, or grabbing on the outer race with them folding outwards. So he used them on the outer race, so both facing outwards like that. So yeah, so right, we'll get the circlip off. We'll get the dust guard out and have a look. Yeah, have a look what we can do. Right, I think I've got us enough room in there now to get the pulley on. I don't know if you can see, but if you look at the ball bearings, look at the wear on them. Now I haven't done that. That's the actual issue. That's the wear on the bearings and why they're making so much noise. So we'll get this pulley on now, see if we can get it off. Okay, so I think I've got a set up there. It was tricky to get in, definitely, but it's in there. And we've got our socket on the end of our spline. So I think we can have a go and see if it'll pull out. But that went pretty much perfect, didn't it? And there we go. So yes, you can remove these bearings from the outside. And it isn't hard at all. I don't know how gearbox works, so I'm not going to say I know anything about any of this stuff. Oh, all looks okay in there to me. So we'll put the new one in, and then we'll move on to the other one, and we'll have that one out as well and replace that. And then we know there's no issues on here. Sounds like a plan. So this is the old bearing. Like I said, look at the state of them ball bearings. And if you look inside, I don't know if you can see inside the inner race, all that metal build up, that's basically the ball bearings leaving behind the metal build up on the inner race. So then when it spins, them ball bearings have to run over that now, and that's what's creating the noise. You can see it all in there. So definitely goose to that. Definitely. Yeah, I'm pretty confident this is going to sort our issue. And if by magic, that's the new one back in. So we've replaced this side, and now we're going to replace that side. This side, all I did was put a big socket over the inner race and just tapped it with an hammer. And yeah, it was a bit tight, but it's supposed to be, isn't it? But it went in. It's nice and snug. It's sat up now on this little collar. That stops it going any further. You got your circlip on the outside, stop it coming off. And that one is done. So move on to that one now. That one doesn't look, damaged. Well, it might be look damaged inside, I don't know. But we might as well do it whilst we're here. There's no point not doing, basically, is there? I've got the bearing, so let's get it swapped out. Okay, we've got the other one out. Doesn't look to be anywhere near as worn as the other, but it's showing signs, a few signs. But yeah, it's out. Can't see any issues in the gearbox, not that I'd be able to see much anyway, but everything looks to be okay there. So all there is to do is press the new one back in, seal this job up, and get some gearbox oil in it. So let's crack on and get the other bearing in place. And we are done, both bearings in. Right, so I'm going to spend a bit of time now cleaning up all this surface. I'll clean up the inside of the plate cover, and then we'll get some new instant gasket on it and get it bolted up, and yeah, we'll be rocking, won't we? So I'll do all that off camera now, and get some gearbox oil in it, and off we go. Okay, there we go. Covers on. Instant gasket done. See it all just stuck out a little bit, so we know we've got good coverage. Now you've got to let these set for 24 hours now before filling with gearbox oil. So I think what I can do is we'll put the wheel on, we can sit it down. I think it's pretty flat where it is on this van. So I'm gonna crack on and do an oil change and plugs, oil filter, air filter. So we're fully serviced as well then, because like I said when we looked in the book on the previous video, we kind of worked out it's pretty much ready for one. Although it's got full service history, it's ready for a service. So I think I'll do plugs as well. Like I said, plugs, oil filter, air filter, yeah, basically. So then it's ready, fully serviced for whoever buys it. So I'll get on with all that now off camera, and we'll come back to this video tomorrow in the morning when this has had 24 hours to dry. We'll get the gearbox oil in, and then we can start it up and see if we've lost our noise. But like I said, I'm pretty confident we have, because that bearing was absolutely shot. Absolutely shot. So I'll see you in the morning, or for you, in a couple of seconds. So I'm just in the middle of the service, and I just thought I'd show you just how clean the air filter is. Now that's You know, maybe there's a touch of dirt in it, but that isn't 2 years old, is it? And the oil as well, the oil was still really clean. So I'm pretty sure this has had a service since the last one that's stamped in the book. But anyway, we couldn't prove it, so I'm doing it anyway, aren't I? Almost done with it, to be honest. So yeah, catch you tomorrow and we'll get this thing running. Okay, we are back and it's the next day. So that gasket should have set properly. We'll have a little look at it. And yeah, that's definitely set. That's set properly. So that's good. So now we're going to get our gearbox oil into that gearbox, and then we can finally get this Jeep off here and and see if it's fine. I'm 100% confident, I'll be honest. Hopefully that doesn't come back to kick me in the ass, but I'm pretty sure this is all sorted it. Like I said, that bearing was knackered. You could tell by looking at it. So yeah, I'll jump up. I'll try and get you set up somewhere and show you where to fill the gearbox oil, and yeah, see what happens. Okay, so the fill plug on these gearboxes, there's one at the top there, but everything I've read, I said to fill it via this one down here. Bringing it out. Fill it via that, because once it starts to drip out of that hole, that means it's full. And obviously filling it by the top, you'd never get that right measurement, would you? So I need to get gearbox oil in there. So what I've done is I brought this little funnel. That's going to go in there, and then I'm going to pour the gearbox oil into that, and hopefully that's going to work. But I can see straight away I'm not going to be able to get this on camera, so I'll just have to show you afterwards. Simple as that. So I'll fill this up and then I'll come back to you. Right, it's that time. I'm a little bit on edge, a little bit excited, a little bit scared. Let's find out. So clutch is down anyway, so didn't make the noise when the clutch is down anyway. See, it's had a service as well. It's had the plugs done, engine oil done, oil filter, air filter. So if I lift the clutch, it's gone. It's gone completely. Yeah, completely gone. No noise. Excellent. I knew it would. I said, didn't I? I was 100%. Have a little look for any leaks. Now I did spill a load on the floor. There's nothing coming out of there. No, it looks alright. Looks okay. Now I'll get it off. I'm going to have a quick run down the road in it, make sure. And then I'll just come back to you, confirm that it's all okay. And then I think that's going to be a wrap for this car. Perhaps I'll give it a quick wash as well, and then you can see it, see it clean. And then that'll be it. That'll be it for this car. Alright guys, there we go. Job finished, car done. So that bearing has sorted it, perfect. No more noise from the gearbox. Giving it a good wash, good clean inside. It's a really nice metallic black, this. I'm really happy with it, it's nice. I've been driving it around for the last 2 days. Put a little bit of mileage on it. I'm only talking like 40-50 miles or something. But yeah, it drives really nice, to be fair. It's a nice enough car. It's a lot. But yeah, happy with it. I've ordered some centre caps because that's annoying me. I've done a full service on it. Oil filter, air filter, done spark plugs, I've even done the coil packs. And it's had a gearbox oil flush as well because of the bearing. So yeah, really happy. It's got, I think, 9 months MOT left on it as well. 2 keys. It's the perfect auction car, this. Perfect auction car. So just need to find a few more of these really. And 2 of these a month, and I'm rocking. That really would be good. And the bits in between, the salvage cars that we fix. Yeah, right. So yeah, say bye bye to this one. It's going up for sale now. I'm sure it won't hang around with the money that I'll be asking for it. It'll be very competitively priced with like I said, with the low mileage. So I can't see it hanging around long. It's nice and clean. So yeah, good job. Okay guys, another car done and ready to be sold. So that's going to be it for this video. As always, don't forget to like the video, thumbs up. If you're not already, please consider pressing that subscribe button and subscribe to the channel, so then you're notified of all future videos. And don't forget to share this channel and videos around if you'd like to, as well. It all helps for the channel to grow, and obviously the more you share, the more we grow, the quicker we get to 10,000, and then I'll be giving away that iCar Soft CR Pro scanner to someone who is a subscriber of the channel. Right, I'm going to get out of here. Thanks again for watching. I'll see you next time. Cheers.